start in Patty's favorite position, sitting.
Oh, good. Good. We started standing on Monday, so there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. Which is why my calves hurt. Okay.
All right, you guys, so we're just gonna start in a sitting comfortable position for you. So for me, it's cross-legged position. We're gonna start with some nice shoulder rolls. So we're just gonna hold the band in our hand, kind of a, not super tight, you know, maybe a little bit of a V position, but loosely right now as we rest our arms onto the knees. And we're just gonna lift those shoulders up and we're gonna roll them back and pull them down. And again, we're gonna lift them up, roll them back, pull them down. Two more, up, back, down, and up, back, and down. Now hold them down, but start to pull them back. Then when you can't go any further, lift them up. Now just pull them back down. Hold them down, hold, pull back, lift up, down, pull back, lift up, down, and last one, pull back, lift up, and down, and relax. I'm just gonna bring that band out in front. And we're gonna do more upper back. Think of this as upper back extension, not low back extension. So as we lift the band, we're gonna follow it with our eyes. And as we lift it up to the ceiling and we can't go any further, we're gonna extend our upper back as we just slightly open up on the band. And then we're just gonna bring it forward. So we're not thinking of keeping the ribs closed. I just don't want you to arch the low back. Okay, so try to keep it in the upper back. And follow that band with your eyes. Lift that chest towards the band, open it slightly when you get to the top, and then bring it down and forward. And again, up. Follow that band and open. Use that upper back to lift that chest. One more time. And up. Lift the chest, open, and now hold the open. Let your eyes come forward. Let the chest drop down so that you're not arched through that upper back, but you have those arms still extended to the ceiling. From here, all we're gonna do is bend to the side. Try to keep your head in the middle of the band. So try not to come here is what I'm trying to say, right? Keep the head in the middle of the band. Now, lift from the belly. Start at your low belly, lift that band and your body back up. Let's do that on the other side. Bend. And belly in. Pull up on the belly as you lift and over and lift and over and lift. One more on each side and over. Pull in on that low belly, lift through the belly as you come back to center. One more. Lift and let that band come forward. If you are in a cross-legged position, we're going to switch those legs out. And then we are just going to do a nice little, similar movement that we just did, but we're going to add a little body circle to it, okay? So let's just take that band up to the ceiling. Our arms are in a little bit of a V. We're going to bend to one direction. Now, we're going to scoop our belly as we round the spine, and we're going to come over to the other side, landing in our bent over position, and then we're going to lift back up to the ceiling. We're just going to switch that sides. So we're going to bend, scoop that belly, curl through that spine, off to that other side and lift. One more each direction and bend, scoop, lift, and last one, bend, scoop, and lift, and hold. And now we're just going to open that band as we reach those arms behind you, bringing it all the way to the floor, relaxing the shoulders so there's no tension. And then start with the extension of the band. So reach the arms behind you, open the arms out, lift them back up, all the way around. We're just going to do that one more time. And up. Open the band as you begin to take the arms behind, all the way to the floor, then let everything relax, right? Now start to reach those arms out and press behind you as we bring those arms back overhead. And rest. All right, we are going to do some warm up through our legs. So we're just going to turn. We're going to go ahead and go into our lay down position. So let's do this nicely and pretty. Arms out in front, Sit nice and tall, scoop out that belly, tuck that tail under you, start to roll back as slowly as you can, all the way down to that band. Now, take that band. I'm going to place that band in a wide band position under my right foot. I'm going to hold where I can bring my elbows down to the mat and I can start to feel a little stretch. As I pull my leg in, I feel that stretch to the back of my leg. So just kind of holding here for a moment. And then slowly letting that leg come down to the floor. And then lifting back up, finding that stretch. And lowering down. And up. And down. And up. And down, up. We're going to do one more of these. So down and up, we're going to hold that up. And again, you want to find that stretch. And if you feel that you need to, really choke up on that band to get that stretch more, feel free. And then we're going to let that leg turn to like an external position. And we're going to let it fall open to the side. We can balance that out by opening that opposite leg. And we're just going to hold it out there. Reach through the big toe. And then you can feel, again, that little pull or tug more on the band to really feel that stretch come into the inner leg. And then we're going to let that leg sweep down towards the floor. We're going to lift it back up to that stretch. We're going to do 3 of these. So open, feel the stretch through the inner leg, sweep it down and around, lift it back up. One more. Open, sweep it around, lift it up. And we are reversing. So we're going to lower that leg first. Now, as we open the leg and we circle it up, find the stretch in the inner leg. And once you do, then bring it back up. And 2 more. Open and up. Last one. Open, feel that stretch and up. And we are going to switch sides. So we're just going to switch our legs out. We're going to find, again, elbows down alongside you. Pulling that leg in, finding that stretch, and just kind of holding it there for a moment. And when I look at my foot, it's straight, right? I don't have my big toe closer to me and my little toe poked away or the opposite. I just see all 5 of my toes lined up in a straight line, flat, like I had my foot pressing flat against the ceiling above me. All right, we're going to lower that leg down, and we're going to lift it back up, finding that stretch. Lower it down, lifting up, finding that little stretch, and down, and up. 2 more, and down, and up. And last one, we're going to hold that stretch again. So we're going to bring it up. We're going to find that stretch to the back of the leg. Let your ankle flex a little, but make sure those toes are nice and flat. If you see your foot up against that ceiling, it's flat. We're going to turn that leg to external. We're going to slowly let that leg open to the side. Keep reaching through that big toe. And again, if you need more, pull that band a little tighter. Open that opposite leg to get a little balance through your pelvis. And just keep stretching through that inner leg. And now we're going to sweep that leg towards the floor. We're going to lift it back up to that stretch. And we're going to let that leg open to that inner leg stretch again. And then we're going to sweep it around. And up, we have 1 more. And open. And sweep it around. And up, we're reversing. So it's down. Open out to that stretch. And then come back up. And down. And open out to that stretch. And up. And last one. And open out. And up. Good job. So we're just going to take both feet in the band. And we're going to go ahead and reach those legs all the way out. And from here, we're going to do a nice little curl up. So we're going to straighten those arms, lift them up, and start by bringing your chin into your chest, looking at your feet. Now, from here, just reach those arms to the feet as you slowly curl up. That band is a nice assisted tool here. Curl all the way up. Find a little stretch forward. I do have the glasses on the top of my head. I can use them. And come all the way back up and relax. Okay, we're going to stay in this position. I'm just going to turn around. And we are going to take the band. You should still have it around the bottom of the feet. Sorry, I got all. Yep. keep it around the bottom of the feet. And we're gonna sit tall. So we're gonna work with a little bit of arm here, okay? I'm trying to find a good position where everyone can see me. Okay, so we're gonna stay in our straight spine. I've got tension on the band. I'm looking at my feet. They are flat, right? They're flat. They're not turned in or turned out. My shoulders are down, so I'm still relaxed in my shoulders. And from here, I'm going to just open my elbows out to the side. And as I do, I'm going to pull those elbows towards the back and feel that connection right in between my rhomboids, or my shoulder blades, into my rhomboids, and reach back out. So what I want everyone to be careful of is as you open those elbows out and pull them back, that you're not pushing the chest forward and lifting the chin. We want to keep that rib cage closed. And reach out and back and forward. So keeping that spine straight comes from your abdominal connection. Inhale forward, exhale, pull back. Inhale forward and exhale and pull back. Let's do 2 more. And reach 1 more time. And forward. Now we do the same thing, but we're only going to do 1 arm at a time. We're going to also add rotation. We're not leaning back. We're trying to stay upright. So I'm going to reach 1 elbow out, same movement as before. I'm going to follow it with my body and my spine. And then I'm going to come back to forward, other side. And forward. So I'm just think of rotating my body around my spine as I'm twisting, not bending in that direction or leaning back, trying to stay upright. Think of your eyes on your chest. And as you twist, your chest is looking and following that arm on that rotation. Let's do 2 more sets. So that was the beginning of my first set. And now 1 more set on each side. Last one. And forward. And just let yourself kind of round the spine and relax for a moment. Give that a break. And then round yourself back up. We're all the way back up into our seated position. You're going to find that tension that's right for you on the band. We're going to pull those elbows into our waist. We're going to hold. So first things, we're going to start with that shoulder relaxation that we did in the very beginning, where we kind of lift the shoulders up, we pull them back and pull them down, and that's where they're going to stay. So from this place, elbows stay at your sides. Shoulders are down, and we go into our bicep curl. And nice and slow here. So this is the easier way to do the biceps, right? My arms are not extended, they're by my side. I feel connection with my inner underarm to my body. And I'm keeping that connection as I'm doing this little bicep curl. Keeping my shoulder open and keeping my shoulders down. And if you need to always go back to that lift the shoulders, pull them down thing, go back to that to reset. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. And out. So on this one, I'm going to straighten my arms and I'm going to loosen my band a little bit because this one becomes a little bit more carried through that upper back. So we're going to start here with just getting what it feels like to keep those arms straight and opening those arms out. And not that I want them back very far. I just want you to be able to keep them at a place where you can feel that upper back, right? Let them come forward. So we are going to add a hinge. So we're going to keep that spine long. As we open the arms, we're going to hinge back with the body. Now, we're going to keep those arms open as we lift back up. Keep pressing those arms back. Hold at the top, then let those arms come forward. Let's do that again. Hinge back, opening the arms. Hold those arms there. Lift through the chest, lift tall. Keep pressing those arms slightly back. Hold at the top, let those arms come forward. Again, and hinge back, opening those arms. And lift, keep pressing those arms back, 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 back. Lift tall, hold, and forward. We have 1 more. Hinge back. Keep reaching those arms back, pressing them open, holding at the top, and then let yourself melt forward and stretch. Good. So getting some nice upper back, right? Nice upper back. What do we call that? You know, for summer, it's the tank top.
Oh, good.
Getting ready for those tank tops. All right, so we're gonna kind of go over that again, very similar, but we're gonna do this in a little bit of a scooped position. So from here, we're gonna scoop out that belly, just hold on to the band, just scoop that belly and kind of come to a place that's comfortable. So my chest is still open. From here, I'm gonna open those arms out until I feel my upper back connect. I'm gonna keep pressing those arms back just as we did before, but now I'm gonna dive towards the knees as I do that. Once I can't go any further, I'm going to stack my spine as I let those arms come forward. Again, scoop the belly, tuck that tail, go to that place that's comfortable. Now open the arms, find that mid back. Now keep it, scoop, dive forward, reaching those arms back still, and then stack, arms come forward, 2 more, and scoop. Open. Feel that upper to mid back, hold, reach those arms back, keep reaching them apart, dive down, and stack and forward. 1 more, scoop, open, and dive down, reach those arms back, keep pressing them back, and forward, and up, and stretch forward, and just give yourself that little stretch, just that little release.
I won't feel this later.
Yeah, you will.
And then stack back up. We're not done. Oh, okay. Okay. We're going to go back to scooping. So from here, we're going to scoop out that belly. We're just going to go back to that place. Kind of feels comfortable. And from here, I'm going to let you choose. If you want those elbows back by your side, feel free. That's the easiest way to do your bicep curls. A little bit more challenging is to keep those arms out in front and to just let those elbows bend. And release. Keep your scoop. So as I exhale, right here on bicep curling, I'm engaging my scoop. My low belly is scooping deeper. I'm trying to keep my shoulders back. So I'm trying to keep my chest open. And my eyes are at my feet, not the ceiling. Keep those shoulders down. If you start feeling this in the upper neck, you need to lower those elbows. Let's do 4. Deepen that scoop. 3, 2, 1, and reach forward and stretch. We just have 1 more with this lovely work to our upper back and shoulders. So we're going to stack. We're going to start that in the exact same way. So we're going to scoop out that belly, loosen that band to where, you know, it's not super tight here because we're going to be lifting those arms. For those of you with shoulder issues, just go back to doing your bicep curls. All right, so from here, we're going to bicep curl. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, bicep curl. So I'm going to dive forward, but at the same time, I'm going to reach those arms up like I'm diving over a big ball. And now I'm going to bring those elbows back as I stack my vertebra back up. So we're going to start with our scoop. Scoop it out. We're going to bicep curl. Now, as we dive forward, just reach those arms up. Dive forward, reaching up and over. Pull those elbows back. Sit nice and tall. Scoop. Bicep. Reach and dive. Stack and pull the elbows in. Scoop. Bicep. Reach up and dive. And back up 1 more time. Stack. Scoop. Bicep. Reach up and dive over. And then drop that band and just stretch. All right. Good, good. All right. we are going to place this band around one of your feet. And we are going to come onto our side. And again, you know, the tension is up to you. I'm going to come up onto my elbow. If you have neck issues and this is a problem for you, just go ahead and lay yourself all the way down onto the floor. Okay. So from here, we're going to start with having that tension. And I'm going to hold it with the arm that's on top. So I'm going to make sure that, you know, I have some good amount of tension on there. And I'm going to reach through my band. I'm going to lift my body up off that floor, so underneath my waist. And I'm going to start with just that forward back. I'm going to let that leg come forward. And then I'm going to reach through that band as I press that leg back. This is the important part. I want to press my leg back as far as I can, feeling my butt connect. Right? My glutes are connected, but I am not arched through the back. And then I'm going to let that leg come forward. And reach it back. Stretch it back, feel that glute, and then forward. Keep that waist underneath you, lifted from the floor. Whether you're laying down or on your arm, you want to do that. Press it back. And forward. Press it back. We're holding once we get back there. So now you're going to think of a bicycle. You're going to bend the knee as you bring that knee forward. Reach it out. Press it back. Pull it back into that glute. Bend. And forward. And make a lot of noise. And forward. Just that nice, slow bicycle. Really connecting to that glute, keeping that belly pulling in. Again, tension on this band is up to you. Keeping that body lifted from that floor, keeping that belly pulling in. 2 and 1. Pull it back. Hold. We're just going to reverse. So we're going to straight leg that forward. We're going to bend the knee, bring the foot towards my glute, and reach that leg behind me. Now I'm going to straighten and squeeze my glute. Forward. Bend. Reach back. Pull my belly in as I straighten and squeeze that glute. And forward. Bend. Reach back. Straighten, squeeze the glute. Pull up on that belly. Don't let that back arch. And bend. 2 more. Reach back. And forward. Last one. Bend, reach back. Squeeze that glute. And forward. I lied. We're going back one more time. Bend, reach back. Squeeze, open that leg, reach it out, hold. Now we're into the glute. We're just going to squeeze that glute back a little bit more. Pulse it back, back, back. 3 more. 3, 2, hold it back. Pulse it up, 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 and 3, 2, 1, and bring it forward. All right, we're going to take it off of that. And we are going to just do some nice little clams. So from here, I'm going to wrap it around my top leg. And again, I'm just going to find that tension that's right for me. I have it open as wide as I can, but if you have slippery pants, that's probably not going to help. It's going to slide on those pants anyway. But go back to lifting that waist from the floor. Squeeze those heels together and just open that top knee. And so the band just adds a little bit of weight, that's all. You don't even really have to do the band. But if you want more, just make that tension harder, right? If I put my hand down on that band, it just automatically makes it a lot harder. Keep that belly in, keep that body lifted. That's actually the hardest part for me. And up, and up. We have one more, but we're gonna hold it up there. So we're just gonna hold here. We're gonna pulse it up. So little pulses, pulse through that band. Pull that belly in, open that chest, drop those shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. We're gonna take that, we're just gonna put it off to the side. All right, we're gonna lengthen those legs out. I'm gonna bring that arm up overhead. So from here, we're just gonna do our little side teasers. So throw in some abs here and there, right? So as we sweep that arm forward, we're going to lift those legs. We're going to kind of roll back to one side of our glute, reach towards those feet, and then bring it back down and stretch. And forward, reach, and stretch. And forward reach. And stretch. Now, going into full teaser. We're gonna come up. Lift, roll to the glutes. Lift both those arms up. Hold. Bend those knees in, stretch. And then we're gonna go on to that other side.
Nice transition.
She did that well, right?
I'm working on that.
She was even impressed.
And the things Pilates instructors notice.
Very
Of each other, right?
So again, I'm starting on my elbow. All right, and again, you can lie down. I'm gonna lift my waist from that floor. And I've got the tension that's good for me on the band. And from here, I'm just gonna sweep that leg forward. I'm gonna reach to the band as I pull it back. Back as far as I can till I feel that glute connect without arching, and then just bring it forward again. And back. Pulling up on my belly as I kind of squeeze that glute. I feel my belly connection at the same time. So I'm zipping up my belly. I'm staying lifted out of my arm on the floor. Reaching it back. Let's do 2. And 1 more. Now we hold it back there. Now we bend. We reach that leg and extend it forward, and then we reach it back. We feel that glute connect, squeezing slightly. Bend, nice and slow. Reach. Pull it back. Bend. Reach. Remember, the main thing here, stay out of arching. Pull that low belly up. Keep connected through that low belly. And reach. 2. And 1, we're taking it back. And now let's just sweep it forward. So just bring it forward. Bend, pulling my heel towards my glute, reaching my foot behind me, reaching that leg out, feeling that glute, bringing it forward. Bending, reaching it back, squeezing that glute as I extend and forward. Don't let go of the belly. So right here, reaching that leg back, feeling my glute, squeezing my abs, and then reaching it forward and back. Reach. And forward 2 more. And bend, reach, and forward. Last 1, we're holding it back. So we're holding it back there. We feel those glutes. We're gonna pulse it back, 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 and 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we hold it back. We lift it up, pulse it up, up, up. 3, 2, 1, and bring it forward. All right, taking that band off. We're gonna wrap it around our top leg. We go into our little frogs. So I'm gonna find that.
I think I'm melting this band.
Too much heat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go that wide band on my leg. I'm gonna lift up out of my arm, try to keep my body lifted from that floor. Squeeze my heels together as I just open to a plank. And then down. And open. And down. So remember, you can make this tension hard, right? I just put my hand down and ooh, that makes such a difference. Putting a lot more pressure on that band means a lot more work through that side of the boot. And up, 2, and 1, hold. And we're pulsing up through the band. So just little pulses up through that band. Pulse. Squeeze those heels together. Lift that body from the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take that band out. We'll just kind of put off to the side. And then from here, we're going to straighten those legs out. We're going to go into our little side teaser. I always have to come to the front of my, front of my mat so I don't roll off of it. All right, so from here, we're just going to go up. We're going to lift those legs, look at those toes, and then we're going to bring them back down. And we're going to stretch. And then we're going to come up and down and stretch and up and down. And on this last one, we are holding. So we're going to come up, roll to our glutes, come up to our teaser, and roll it all the way down. Good job. All right, continuing with some abdominals. We are going to go back to this band around both feet. Wide band. I like the band wide. All right? Okay. So from here, we're in our kind of modified tabletop. I have the band. My elbows are down on the mat, right? And from here, I'm just going to start with leg extension. I want to focus on keeping my ribs closed. So right here, I feel my shoulders flat on the mat behind me, and all the way down to my mid back, which is like bra strap area. Keep that on the mat. Exhale, slide those legs out to extension. Inhale, bring it back in. So keeping those underarms connected, feeling the rib cage cinch closed on the extension. Inhale it back in. Feel the low belly flatten. Don't let those shoulders start to rise up into the ears. Pull that belly in. Cinch that rib cage closed. And out. All right, one more time. We're going to add on and out. And come back in and just let yourself kind of have those knees into chest. And we're going to come right back into that same position. We're going to add upper body extension. We're going to do it a little differently today. So we're going to start with the leg extension. So let's go ahead and extend those legs out. Now, we're going to lift the arms, reach them towards the feet as you curl up, as high as you can. Hold, lower the legs, keep your lift, then lift them back up, keep your lift, and lower back down as you bend the knees back in. All right, so that's the movement. So let's do it again. We start with leg extension. We extend the arms. We curl up. Look to the feet. Keep your curl as we lower those legs. Lift them. Keep that curl. And bend everything back in. We have two more. Extend those legs out. Reach those arms long. Lift, curl up. Reach for those feet. Lower. And lift. And back in. Last one. And out. Extend those arms. Lift, curl up towards those feet. Lower. And lift. And bend back in. Just lower those legs down. Let go of the band really briefly. Bring those arms up overhead for a nice little stretch through the belly. And then we're just going to kind of do a similar thing, but we're going to do it in frog. So bring those arms back down. You're going to bring those legs back up, but now, instead of the arms being on the outside, we're going to open those knees and our feet, so toes are open, heels are together, and I've got a hold of my band in between my legs. I'm going to lower that band to my belly button. I'm going to hold it there. So find that tension that's right for you. So my feet are in a V position, knees are open. Squeeze those heels together and let's extend those legs. Keeping my hands at my belly. And exhale. Really think of zipping those legs closed. Pull that belly in. You should feel the belly drawing away from the hands that are on your belly, not pushing up into them. Keep those shoulders down. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. And come back in. All right, so give yourself a little break. So we're going to do that same kind of add-on with our curl. So we're back into our baby V frog position. We're going to start with leg extension. Now extend those arms and curl up. Hold, lower the legs. Lift the legs. As you curl down, the hands come back to the belly as the legs come in. Hold the hands at the belly. Extend the legs out. Extend the arms, curl up. Lower the legs. Lift them. And then bringing those hands back to the belly. 2 more. And extend. Reach out with the arms, curl up. Lower the legs. Lift the legs. And bend back in. Last one. Extend those legs out. Extend those arms, curl up. Lower. And lift. And back in. And relax. All right, we are going to get rid of the band for just a moment. So just put that off to the side. We're going to work a little bit more on some obliques. So we're going to turn back over onto our side again. But this time, we're going to be all the way down. So we're taking this nice laying down position. We're creating length through our body. So I'm trying to create a straight line from my fingertips all the way to my toes. My other hand is going to come in front of me like a kickstand, and I'm going to use that hand as balance. How you can make this more challenging is by not using the hand at all. But I want to make sure that you're getting the movement that you need. And sometimes when you come to this position, you don't get the lift of the legs that you need, and so you don't get into the oblique as much. So actually, sometimes you get into the oblique more having the hand down. So you're going to squeeze those legs together, make them one leg, reach them as far away from the body as possible as we lift those legs up and down. So a couple more. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, you can come to fingertips. Or you can bring that hand to your waist or straighten it out. Whatever feels good, right? Let's do 3. Just keep thinking of pulling those legs together with the inner legs, reaching those legs away from your body as you're lifting them up. 1 more. And up. And down. All right. So I like to have my hand someplace where I can kind of slide on this next one because I'm going to have to lift my upper body as well. So I'm going to start with that kickstand. Again, back in front. I'm going to go to fingertips. And this time as I lift my legs, I'm also going to lift my upper body. I'm going to lift it so much that I have a little tunnel that I've made under my armpit. All right. So lower down. Let's all start. So squeeze those legs together. Reach them away. Exhale, lifting both the legs and the upper body. And lower down. And you're reaching the head away from the feet. And at the same time, you're reaching the feet away from the head. So you're lengthening, even though you're lifting and bending through the upper body. Now, if you really want to add on here, that's where we lift our arm. And we now have created a nice big balance position. And up, and down, and up. Pull that belly in, lengthen 1 more time. And up, and lower down, and rest. All right, you guys, well, no, everyone wants to look at the camera, so we're just gonna all turn around. I was gonna say, you could just stay where you're at and turn over on the other side. All right, back into position. So belly is tight. I have my kickstand out in front. I'm gonna start with just the legs. So from here, right? So from this position, I'm gonna squeeze my legs together. I'm just gonna exhale and lift those legs up and then lower down. And try to make it slow, right? Don't use momentum. Maybe do that little pause at the top of the movement. So this is 3. So now you can kind of judge yourself, right? Do you want to add on? Go to fingertips or lifting that arm up to the waist. And pull that belly in as I reach those legs out and down and up and down. 1 more and up and down and rest. So I'm going to bring that hand back to my kickstand. And now I'm going to add in that little upper body lift, right? So I'm going to squeeze those legs together, reach them out, lift my upper body as well, reaching my head away from the legs, my legs away from my head, and down, and up, and down. If you want a little bit more challenge, go to those fingertips, and up, and down. And if you really want that challenge, we go to that lift. Pull that belly in. Ooh, this side's harder for me.
It's me too.
And
Really bad.
up.
Really bad.
Woo. Pull that belly in and really lengthen. It's counterintuitive. We want to roll in, but we need to lengthen out. One more time. And there it is.
Yeah, I want to do this.
It's like I'm wobbling back and forth. All right, you guys, we are going to turn onto our back. We're just going to do a little bit of bridging here. We're not going to use the band. So we're just going to lay onto our back. We're going to have our knees in that bent position. Pull them in, and we're going to scoop. So we're just going to release that spine a little bit. So we're going to pull that low belly in as we hollow out that front. We're going to round it up. Coming into that bridge, hold at the top. Feel your pelvis kind of pressing up a little bit more, engaging those glutes. And now soften from the shoulders and release through the spine, rolling down. One vertebra at a time, all the way through. And again, and scoop, and lift, up, and roll it down. All the way. And again, up. And roll it all the way up. And roll it all the way back down. We are just going to do that in our external. We're going to widen that stance, come into that little bit of our external position. And we're going to do that same thing, curl up. Now, when we get to the top, your pelvis should be flat. You should feel that your hips are straight across from one another. And we're going to use those glutes here to just press that pelvis up a little bit more. And now curl down. Articulate through that spine. Let's do that again. And curl up. Find the top of the movement. Once you're there, pause. Little squeeze of those glutes to lift and press that pelvis up a little higher. And then curl down. You should feel those glutes on this. And again, scoop it up. Lift. Pause at the top. Squeeze up through those glutes a little bit more. Press that pelvis up. And curl all the way down. We just have one more of those. And curl up. Lift. Pause at the top. A little squeeze. Press that pelvis up a little bit more. And curl all the way down. And we are going to just walk those legs back in to our parallel position. I'm going to bring my left foot across my right knee. And here, I'm just going to pull up on that right knee as I draw that leg in. I'm flexed to the foot that's crossed over, so make sure that's flexed. If you need more, you can grab behind that other leg, curl up and press that opposite knee away. And I want the stretch here in the hip. Drop that right foot to the floor, but stay where you're at. Open those arms out to a T, cross the leg completely over. I'm going to let those legs drop to the right as I look to the left. And from here, I'm just getting a nice twisty stretch through the body. If you want a little bit more through your glutes, just pull those knees in. You can even grab it with the opposite leg to pull it in a little bit more to get that stretch right in those glutes. And then we lower down, come back to parallel, hands by the side. Cross now that right foot over the left knee, flex my right foot, lift up on that left knee. And again, if you need more, if you're not into the stretch, do the hip on the right, place your hands through, grab onto that leg. I take my elbow and I kind of push my right knee away as I pull my left knee in. And then come back down, hold the position, open those arms to a T, cross that leg all the way over, let those legs fall to the left, look to the right. If this feels good through your spine and your back, stay here. If you want more through that glute, lift those knees up, pull them in. And lower those legs down. Hopefully your band is handy. We are going to go right back to that stretch that we did in the beginning of class. We're going to probably feel a lot more flexy. So I'm going to place this around the bottom of my left foot. I'm going to reach that leg up to the ceiling. I'm going to find my tension as I pull those elbows by my side. And I'm just going to flex my ankle a little bit and pull that leg in, getting that nice stretch down the back of that leg. And we're just going to lower that leg down. So same thing we did earlier, down and up to that stretch, feeling that nice stretch come in, and lower that leg back down. You want to try to do this without pelvis rocking, right? So we want to try to stay with our pelvis flat. And down, and up, and down. One more, up. Let's hold that stretch on that up. Flex that ankle a little bit more. Feel that stretch. Turn that leg to external. Let it open out to the side. Good. Reach through that ball of the foot. Big toe. Stretch through that inner leg. Open that opposite leg. Get a little bit more of that stretch. And now sweep that leg down. Lift it back up. Find that stretch at the top of the movement. Open. Find the stretch in the inner leg. Sweep it around, lift it up, open, sweep. Let's do one more. Up, open, and sweep it around, and up. Now we reverse, down, open out to the stretch, and then up to the stretch, down, open out to the stretch, up to the stretch, two more. Open and up, and open and up. Hold the up. Take that other foot, place it in the band, switch it out. Let's hold here. Elbows are by my side again. Right? Shoulders are relaxed. I'm flexed through my ankle, and I'm going to pull that leg in until I find that stretch to the back of my leg. And try, if you can, here to really keep this leg as straight as possible. You do bend, you'll feel the stretch if you bend, but that's not creating length in that muscle, right? We want to create the leg. So I'd rather you be here with a straight leg rather than here with a bent leg, okay? So just find that stretch that's good for you. And then we're going to start with that leg down. We're going to lift it back to that nice little stretch. And then down again. And up. And down, and up, do two. On the last one, let's fold it up there again. So up, hold, turn to external, let that leg open, find that inner leg stretch. So I'm going to open my opposite leg as well. I'm going to reach through my big toe as I stretch that leg open as wide as I can, feeling that stretch in my inner leg. Just holding. And now we're going to sweep that leg to the floor, lift it back up to the ceiling, open that leg out, sweep it around and up. Two more. Find the stretch on the open, circle it around, bring it back up to the stretch at the top. One more. Find the stretch on the open, circle it and up to the stretch. Now hold, we're reversing. Down, open out to the stretch, and up to the stretch. Down, open out, and up, and circle. Down and open out, and up. Last one, down, open out, and up. And we're going to let go of that band. We're going to go ahead and straighten those legs all the way out. Bring those arms either out to the side if you have some shoulder issues, or overhead if you do not, and stretch that body. Reach those arms and those feet away from each other and take a couple of nice deep breaths. And exhale. Two more. Last one. We're gonna bring those arms down. You can help yourself up with this. Take that chin to your chest, press up, and you're done.